Hello and welcome back to Lord Elric Plays a Game. Uh, Here we're doing the wrapping up the mowing that we'd been doing. We got the windrows made. We do not have a way to collect it yet. I'm not sure what we're going to do there, but we'll have to figure that out. Spent some time looking to find some equipment, and I found a really cool device that does both the focus on the driving first. Does both the wrapping or the baling and the wrapping, which would be kind of handy to have that all in one device. Would really save time, but it is more than twice the cost of the two pieces combined separately. So yeah, we're talking like 72,000, something like that. So let's go ahead and see what we have for contracts. Nothing new. The device or the baler I was looking at is actually it's 78.5. This it does both baling and wrapping, which would be fantastic, but it is expensive. We don't have enough money to do much of anything at this point, so I'm not really sure what the next step is going to be. I'd love to have another couple of contracts that we could do to make a little bit of money to start making some progress so we can at least get this stuff bailed up. The more I think about it, the more I do want to put in a carpentry shop. The question is where? Let's take a look at the map. That's not the map. That's the map. So we don't own much beyond the very edge of this field. And in order to save as much of this field as possible for further stuff, I am very tempted to run a road along this edge. That'll give us a little bit of a clearing, and then put our cabinet shop in here. We'll have to clear out some trees, which will obviously then just go directly into the cabinet shop. But that would give us a steady source of income. We could keep feeding it and make some money continuously that way when we've got time. We could actually expand the size of this field out a little bit, maybe to about here. That would give us a few pieces more land to work with. So right now, I think we're going to have to advance time a little bit. Let's see if we can't get some more contracts. And once I've got that, I will stop back in with you. Alright, I went ahead and advanced a day, or a month in this case, and we do have a few more contracts. I don't really want to touch fertilizing or the sowing. This would be a lot of money until you figure that's a decent sized field, and I'd have to put out the seed price on that, which would add up, but it might be worth doing. However, I think what we could do is this. Oh, the plowing option is gone. Well, shoot. There was one to plow a field that we would have just purchased a plow and we would have done that. Yeah. I think we're going to have to... Oh, and that one's gone now, too. Okay, well... We are losing contracts very quickly right now. I have the time set down. Well, while we're waiting for a decent contract, let's take a look. So we own this property here. If we were to purchase this, it's 121,000 which we can't afford right now, but planning ahead a little bit never hurts. Some of these are pretty expensive. This could be kind of nice, make that into one field, but that's 313. Field 13 is 87,000. That would add an awful lot of usable space. It's 3.59 acres. And we've got 15 up here, but we wouldn't be able to use it all, so gee, I don't know what to do here. So we're looking at fields 12 and fields 9 for fertilizing. So 12 and 9. Well, I think we're going to have to start taking some contracts whether we really want to or not. That means I got to do a few things. Well, let's drive into town so that we're at least at the shop so we can pick up equipment if we need it. Yeah, if we had a plow option, we'd just buy a plow because we can get those relatively cheap and use our existing tractor. Ooh. Maybe we'll stop in town and grab some breakfast somewhere too. Okay, well, I definitely think one thing we could think about doing is opening a restaurant here in town because those breakfast burritos just are not going to do it for very long. We should probably pick up groceries at some point. So let's head over towards our truck and let's take a look. Do we have... No, we don't have a new options, so let's go ahead and borrow these items. We need to get some money made, so we'll head over to the shop. And we need some fertilizer. Big bags. Solid fertilizer. Let's just buy one. So we bought a pallet of fertilizer, and the guys at the shop went ahead and loaded that for us. Let's head on to field 12. Let's double check, make sure we know exactly where that's at. Down there, so over the river and down the way. Let's move it. So we've got narrow tires on the tractor, but big honking tires on the trailer, or the spreader. That I'm not sure makes the most logical sense in the world, but you know, whatever. Alrighty, I will see you guys there. Okay, we have arrived at field 12. It is Sunflowers. We're going to do this a little differently. Let's see if crop destruction is going to be an issue. Nope. So we're going to do this a little different. We're going to use coarse play on this field. Try to save as much time and energy as we can. We'll start with the center. We'll do the headlands first. Everything looks good. Let's generate the field. And let's go ahead and start the job. Then we watch as this thing takes care of business. Now I do have the fertilizer turned on for buying when I'm running a helper. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of money. Hopefully we can get to the point where we don't have to do that in the future. I'm just concerned we're going to spend more than we're going to make on this field. That'll determine if we do field 8 then too. While that's going, let's take a look. We got any? No, we don't. So we're making 4,400. If we spend more than that, we're in trouble. Alright, we have finished Field 12's fertilization, and that cost us way too much. So we're not going to be doing fertilizer fields, because we can't afford that. We don't have a decent source of fertilizer at this point. So we're going to take this back to the shop, drop it off. We'll see if there's any additional contracts, but I doubt it. So we might have to find another way to make some money. I just wish there was a wood sell point around somewhere on this map. So I'll see you guys back at the shop. Alright, we're going to go ahead and unload the remainder of the fertilizer. We'll take that home, keep it there just as we might need it. Actually, you know what? We're going to go ahead and just return it as is because I prefer liquid spray. So let's go to contracts and collect. Okay, back. We got our money back for the fertilizer. But that cost, we made 2,000 out of that whole process. Not necessarily the best approach. If we take a look, though, the baler, one of the balers that we're looking at, this is 39. Yeah, it's just, we don't have enough funds. So let's accelerate time just a little bit and see if we can't get some new contracts. I'll be back in a couple. Okay, it is 1:20 in the afternoon. I've been hanging around town. Did hear there's a contract to go and take care of plowing a field right next door to our place in Field 1. It's not a lot of money, but it would pay for the plow. So let's go ahead and accept that contract. So now we need a plow. And I do not have our tractor with us, so maybe I can get the guys to load it up. Let's see. Yep, I think that might be the one we go with. Let's take a look and see if we have any other plow options. Here even. There's the plows. There they are. Yeah. Let's see. That we could afford, but it's a narrower path. That one would be better, but that takes too much power. So let's go ahead and pick up, not the Lemkin. Let's go ahead and pick that one up. Do we have a preferred color? Color painting of the color isn't terrible. And 150 for the coulter. We'll skip that for now, but we'll get the green because why not? All right, let's go ahead and buy that. And let's see if we can't get the guys here to load that in. We'll have to figure out how we're going to get it out when we get home. But yeah, don't think that's going to fit in our pickup. Nope. All right. So I'll be right back with the tractor. Alrighty, we are just about back to field 1, and we have the plow. So we're going to do it again. We're going to set up course play. We're going to let it run its course, no pun intended, and we will time-lapse all of this work. This is going to take a bit, so this is going to be pretty high-speed time-lapse, I think. Alright. So let's go ahead and pull this up. We're going to do... Right. And let's get started. Alrighty, we are just about done now with this plowing job. Taking a lot longer than I expected. And looking through a tree sucks. So I do it right away. And we're chasing that deer. Almost done. Alright. So let's head on home. And a tree again. Would be kind of nice to get that field too. It's close by. We can't really do anything else with the plow here for now. Oops, excuse me. Because we kind of want to get that grass picked up first. But we needed a plow anyway, so we'll just go ahead and park that here under the trees. And we'll come out here. And we'll collect. Awesome. Oh boy, we're getting rich now. Another $3,000. 2,600 bucks. Let's chase the deer, because it's fun. And I think, though, we're probably going to call this episode here. And I will off-screen run time a little bit and try and get a couple of more decent contracts lined up for us so that we can make enough money to get a baler and or a wrapper and or a trailer, which we have a lot to do. We could haul a few bales in the pickup. But I don't want to overdo that either. But we need a baler before we can do even that much. And taking a couple of bales at a time would not make us a ton of money. So, on that note, thank you for joining and watching this episode. I truly appreciate it. This is Lord Ilric. If you enjoyed, please feel free to like and subscribe if I've earned it. And I will catch you all in the next episode. Thanks. Have a good day.